So when last we left off, the Fellowship of the Chili Sad had returned to the Duragar city of Golgathir in response to a distress signal from Wilfred's childhood friend Morgana. The city was far different from when he last left. Now, instead of the once vibrant, thriving city, there was a zombie-like scene that where all the people who remained lived in the boot of the mind flayers as thralls. Eventually, you made your way to the home of Strothgan the Arcanist, where Morgana awaited. You learned that Strothgan had created a pendant that counteracted the powers of the mind flayers. But there's only one problem. Strothgan had been captured by Atar and his mind flayers. And you learned as well that the mind flayers were servants of a greater master, Alaxon. You ventured into the tunnels underneath the already subterranean city, and there you met a small gnome named Ugarth Shadowfoot. He told you that he was looking for his grandfather who had swindled his family out of a lot of gold, and you continued in the tunnels, stole a mace from a giant primordial statue, and eventually sort of made your way into the subterranean sewer system of Gulathir. From there, you made your way to a sort of a dive bar called the Bearded Lady, and you sort of began to parse out how you wanted to try and free Strothgan from the keep in the sort of the center of Gulathir. You found a gnome spying on you, and Karrik stole his trinket that he was fiddling with. After making your way across the city to the house of the guardsman Galen, you settled down for a long night's rest. You discovered that some mind flayers were waiting outside for you guys. And so in order to sort of evade detection, you set Galen's house on fire. And that was your distraction. You made your way to sort of the keep. And Ugarth found a sort of a maintenance sort of sewer tunnel.
Chaos crew.
I think it's Wilfred, Karrik, and Ugarth are the chaos crew in this group.
Karrik is the most lawful of anyone in this group, and he teeters between lawful and neutral.
Well, they were mind controlled.
All right, so you made your way through the sewer system.
Karrik doesn't have the greatest ideas, but like he's the least chaotic of anyone.
All right, so Ugarth found a sewage tunnel through which he, Wilfred, and Karrik crawled up. You guys emerged into a sort of a cellar, and you sort of made your way into a mess hall. There, you tried to explain that you were looking for a library or a mall or something, and then Karrik tried to explain that actually you guys were guarding somebody back there. Ugarth tried to swindle the keys off of one of the guards. The guard caught him, and a short brawl ensued. Karrik turned on Wilfred and Ugarth, and sort of grappled Ugarth, and the guards grappled Wilfred. As they were going to take you back to the cellar from whence you had first emerged, the mind flayer, one of the council, Asistaphales, appeared. He ordered that Ugarth and Wilfred be thrown in the dungeons. And not in the random cellar off mess hall. And from there, you guys, so Karrik and Wilfred and Ugarth were sort of led off in that way. Angvor, Gurthang, Aurelia, and Morgana, seeing the beginnings of the brawl in the mess hall, quickly ran up the sewer pipe and emerged in the mess hall. There, you guys completely wiped out all the civilians and guards that were sort of that were in your way. Yeah,
you're complicit with the system. That's exactly right.
And you guys tracked down, and there was this scene where you guys emerged and saw Karrik carrying Ugarth to a prison cell, and he sort of shook his head and told you guys to sort of retreat back to where you guys had first emerged. As Angvor, Aurelia, and Gurthang began to try and dispose of the bodies that they just killed, Karrik threw Ugarth and the Durgar threw Wilfred into one of the cells. There, Asistaphales tried to charm Karrik, but thanks to a spell that Wilfred had the foresight to cast, he was unable to charm Karrik. And he sort of went off down the hallway away from the rest of the rest of you, leaving Karrik alone in the jail with the four others in the mess hall. So as we begin our session there, what are you guys going to do?
Have they locked the door yet?
So basically, so they throw you guys in there, and they are sort of locking the door as Asistaphales tries to charm Karrik.
The cell door.
The cell door, yes. I
How
will try.
many, how many other guards are there in this hallway? Obviously, there's the two Durgar and there's Asistaphales. Are there other guards posted at intervals
Yes,
down the
there
hallway?
are. So I will try and give you guys. I will send a since Josh isn't here. I'll send it over Facebook chat.
Give me that DF link.
Yep, give you that DF link. Sort of show you guys what you guys are looking at. Wait, whoops, no. I don't think that was the right DF link. Sorry, give me 1 second. So basically, there are 6 cells, and there are guards posted on either side in between, every other cell. So there's 3 sets of guards. So there are 12 cells. Basically, you have a straight hallway. There are. I don't think I sent you guys the right link, right?
We'll find out.
No.
Shoot.
Nope.
What is my password?
You don't have it in bulk password. do you?
Yeah.
I think I do.
You sign up for Dungeon Folk?
Find out. Never asked me one before.
No, because
Oh, the session is expired.
yeah, it is his session.
All right.
He sent that on link anyways. Or Hunter.
Whoa. Oh, that's because that's me. Oops. Copied address. Okay. Here you guys go. I sent you the right link now.
Everything.
I did something to get my name there. I don't remember what I did.
No, I think you just tell him to set it up for you. I think he sets it up.
I am
Yeah,
Nate
no, we did
Harpy,
do it. We did
53.
it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's on us.
All right. I need to actually one quick thing. Sorry, team. But yeah, do you guys have did I give you guys?
I see a grid.
Yeah, but do you guys have sight? I don't think I enabled sight.
No, we just see the grid.
No, you see a grid.
I see nothing.
Why is that 11? Okay, there it is.
Wilfred, accept. Sign to.
Okay, then. I was just checking.
Who stole your computer and why did they get on Dungeon Board?
Table did.
Yeah. She's like,
I'll get down
I'll get
somehow.
why it's not working?
I'll get on your computer.
Mess with it. Like even like trying to figure it out here.
All right. So who is Blue Bugbear?
That would be me.
Okay. All right. All right. So do your tokens have sight enabled? That's my other question.
We don't see our tokens.
Oh, there's somebody. There's Karrik.
That's me.
Oh, there's
I
one.
see Karrik.
No, now
on
it's popping up. There's a long hallway popping
yeah,
up.
there's a hallway.
Right there. On the green.
Okay.
I see
I see
me.
Will.
Okay. All right. So I did enable sight for you guys. I just need to make it right. Make the site sort of more.
We don't see any pairs or anything.
We're in the
I
other.
Yeah,
can
you-
see Karrik now. The rain is gone.
All right. There you go. So there are cells on either side of you, Karrik, and you just finished throwing. I believe that is the cell I put. Yeah. So in the cell to your right is Ugarth.
They're in two different cells.
There's this. Yeah, there's cells to the right and to the left of you.
No, they're Ugarth and Will are in two different cells.
Yes, they were put in 2 different cells.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And one more thing, I'm going to need to do one thing first, and then it'll be good to go.
How many guards are there?
Yeah, so I'm trying to do one thing
Oh,
quickly
gotcha.
first.
They're all polymorph in the chains. Even then you get affected. They would have some actions compared to your actions. If we just had first, one of us just had like a first initiative.
If all they do is just one damage,
How do you kill someone?
All right,
fireball.
there you go.
Oh,
And then I will zoom you guys in. Gurthang.
it's got them all in.
6,700.
And from where I'm standing,
Hmm.
I know you're still setting things up, but when we
Mhm.
get things going, I'd like to try to check
Okay.
and
Yeah.
see if I can figure out where looks like the exit. Obviously, there's a lot of cell doors, so I would just be looking for any door or any doors, if there are more than
Okay.
one, or passages that look different than the cell doors.
Okay. Make a perception check.
$15.
15. Okay. So as you sort of look up and down the hallway, so on sort of the end where you see on this map, it sort of dead ends, but what goes on beyond there is sort of it goes up a set of stairs, sort of a raised diocese. All right. Diocese. I don't know how you say the word. I say the word of plural word of dias. But and so you sort of and so that's sort of where Axodarius is. So he's up there a little bit.
And that is where exactly?
So map up, but sort of up here. Right.
Gotcha.
So as it goes
that's
off screen.
stair-
Mhm.
Stairway.
There's stairs that go up, and then it sort of goes up to a raised dais, and sort of opens up out there. Right.
And this over here, is this?
Those are all cells.
Okay, so that's just an incomplete wall right
Yes. Yes. Those are doors to cells in there.
there. Okay.
Where did the mind flayer go?
The mind flayer went up the sort of this way.
And
That
that's
way.
the only
Yeah.
direction that appears to be any different than cells.
Well, and then down here, sort of down beyond those bottom guards, there was a sort of a cross hallway. There's a hallway that leads back to the mess hall, right? And then there's sort of a cross hallway.
This is a T.
Yeah. So here you go. I will try and expand Gurthang's screen again.
And those are for Morians for the others.
Fomorians?
Or what?
Guards.
What are the
Those
others?
are the-
They're all Duragar.
Yeah, they're all Duragar.
There are Duragar.
Remember the ones that were carrying you had sort of expanded in size.
And they all have this glazed over look.
Yeah, and they all have the glazed over sort of not quite there look. So what I was saying is this right here, the hallway sort of there's a door, and this is where you entered into the prison cells, Karrik, and so you know that it's a sort of a cross passageway, and then if you go to if you go down and then take a right, so often in this direction over here, you know that leads roughly back to the mess hall, and so you know that.
Can I retroactively make a check to just see what it looks like down the other way as I was walking up?
Sure, yeah, make a perception check.
Perception. Not as good. 3.
3. You look down, you saw a long hallway, didn't see a whole lot down that
Cool.
direction.
It's a hall.
Mhm.
I'm in a hall. That was a hall. Cool.
Mhm.
Can I do something as they're shutting the door?
Yes.
Can I cast calm emotions on them? On those 4 guards right there.
You can certainly try.
Cool.
That's the best thing you ever want to hear from your DM.
You can certainly. All right, so that is I need what is it? Charisma saving throws.
All right.
Pam for that.
So when are you trying to do this exactly?
As they're shutting the door.
I don't know what that is.
All right. So this will depend.
And I was hoping you said the mind flayer had already walked off by this point, or is this?
Yeah. So the mind flayer technically had, what we had said last session was basically, they had thrown you into the cell and he was there, but then he had tried to cast charm on Karrik, and then he had walked
Yeah.
away. Right. So if you're trying to do this as they throw you in, he will likely be closer. Right.
Hmm.
I know the end of the last session was kind of chaotic, so I'm letting
Well,
you guys.
the radius is 40 feet.
Okay.
Or, sorry, radius is 20 feet, which will probably get him as well if he's anywhere close. But I was hoping to do it right before they lock the door, but that's okay if he's if I'm gonna wait for him to leave before I do it.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right. So he leaves, and so they sort of close the door. He begins to walk off, unless Karrik, you want to do anything.
No.
No, you're not doing-
I will just post myself right here.
So you're gonna post yourself right outside Ugarth's cell, right here.
Well, since it looks like everyone else is between cell doors, it'll be like right between.
All right. So basically, you probably can't see here, but this is Ugarth's cell right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This door to Ugarth's cell, and this is the door to a cell. And if you look in that cell, that you'd be able to see there is sort of a thin drow with sort of wearing sort of like leather. Looks like sort of generic. Not royal garb, but also not necessarily sort of like just normal linens. Sort of wearing leather, sort of traveling gear.
Okay. And which one was Strothgan in?
All right,
Here,
so
here.
Strothgan
I
is.
But I remembered he was on my left as I was walking.
Let me just see which one. Where is he? What? I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out which one he is. All right. He is in this cell right here.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't think I put a token for him. So
Cool.
that's all right. I will do that. Anyways, so Karrik, Wilfred, what are you guys doing as they sort of and again we'll say that at this point Asistaphales has moved off upstream. He's just going to continue going away unless you guys decide to do anything.
I'm just gonna kind of hold my position and try not to stand out.
Right.
For the time being.
I will wait.
And I will just wait for the opportune moment.
All right.
I will wait till the mind flayer moves away, and then I'll cast calm emotion.
All right. So as you try and cast calm emotions, it doesn't work. You try and cast a spell.
It still spins the spell. or
Still
does it?
spends the spell slot, but nothing happens. All right. And so if
Said he had it.
so as you guys, so Karrik, you're just gonna wait there and sort of
Biding my time.
biding your time.
Just trying to get a feel for how things are going, trying not to make a scene or be stand out, and just waiting for any opportunity.
Okay. What does an opportunity look like?
Just waiting to see if anyone moves, if anything happens. I mean, I'm not in a hurry because I don't want to raise. There's 8 of these guys and 1 of me.
And just a point of note, you do not have your armor on either.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
So I am very much trying to avoid conflict.
All right.
And also because I don't want to hurt these people if I don't have to. So yeah, just kind of kind of biding my time.
All right.
Can I tell
And
what?
wait to see if there's like a change of the guard or anything, or so.
Okay.
Anything like that.
Can I tell what made my magic not work? Was it just like a passive effect in the cell, or was it something like triggered?
I will say that you probably don't know, but make an Arcana check, just in case.
5.
5, yeah, you don't really know what caused it.
As I look around, I'll just look to see, does it look like each of these Durgar has a set of keys?
So actually, none of the Duragar have keys here, right?
But
Except for
one
of the ones that carried Wilfred to his cell.
okay, so he's the only one that has keys.
Yeah. So I will show you which one it is. It is this guy on the top.
Top.
Yeah.
The cell doors,
Mhm.
are they bar doors? Are they primarily like stone or metal with small barred windows? Are they totally barred?
So they are sort of of a black obsidian like metal with sort of a small bar, and there's also sort of a slot. It's sort of like maybe at like knee level for a human, but it would be a little bit higher for a door for a gnome or something. That you can sort of open and put things in and maybe slide back in.
And another thing, does any of this look at all familiar from when we were here? Because I do understand and remember that I was told this was the same, dungeon, same prison that we were thrown in when we first arrived. So does anything ring any bells? Look familiar? We weren't here very long, but
so it doesn't actually. You have never seen this part of the sort of what you've never seen this part of the dungeon before.
We didn't walk through this area on the way in or on the way out.
Nope. Nope.
Do I remember from when we were here before whether there appeared to be multiple entrances?
So you do know that there are multiple entrances. There are at least 4 entrances, one from each of the cardinal directions, facing each of the gates that sort of in the walls that surround the building, but there may be others as well.
And when we were here,
Mhm.
do I remember, was there a similar stairway, dais, leading toward the exit when we, came in, when we went out?
No, I mean,
even though it was a different place, was there a similar kind of architecture?
So when you were here, you were basically only on the first floor. So there's no stairs, never went anything up or down. And there were sort of like these holding cells, and they were relatively nondescript, relatively not very secure. And that's how Quixote was sort of able.
This seems a little bit more deep and dank and
Exactly
dirty compared to what we were in before.
And I would say that well.
So that was more like jail, and this is more like prison.
Right. Roll an intelligence check for me for one thing, Karrik.
Straight intelligence or
yes,
history?
Please.
Or
straight intelligence, please.
I don't think that make a difference. Oh, wow. Natural 19 for 17.
Okay. So that as you're climbing up the tunnel, it did not go as far as you had originally expected. So it's a shorter sort of jaunt, than you may have anticipated.
So I'm probably on a lower floor, like underground.
Right. Correct.
Do I have any notion of how many levels up, how far down below ground I
am? What is your intelligence? Yeah. Because there are going to be limits even with a good roll.
My roll was 17. My intelligence score is 6 with a -2 modifier.
Okay, so I will say, you were asking how far below do you feel like you are?
Yeah, if I had to guess, like
a range
of floors, like am I 10 to 20 floors below? Am I like
No, you're
two
maybe
to-
like
2 to 3 floors below?
I would say between the 5 to 10 floor range.
Okay, so we're pretty far down.
Right,
A
correct.
decent ways, but not like a mile underground.
Exactly. You're not in like a mine shaft, but you're
Fair enough.
in a deep basement. That's
Fair
what I would
enough.
say.
While Wilfred is in there, since he tried to cast a spell,
Mhm.
he is going to go through his list of cantrips
Okay.
and just start seeing if any of them work.
Okay.
He's
What
just gonna do-
cantrips does he have?
Druidcraft,
Okay.
guidance,
Okay.
light, sacred flame, spare the dying, and thaumaturgy.
Okay. One quick second. I need to look at.
I guess I won't be testing spare the dying.
Mhm.
Light and druidcraft are not my cleric cantrips, so that makes a difference.
Good enough.
I guess light is bonus from the cleric domain that I'm in.
Okay. Okay. So which ones are which? So Drewcraft is a
Druidcraft is from Lotus and Halfling.
okay.
Light is from the cleric domain,
Okay.
and then the rest are my cleric base.
Okay. All right. All right. Sorry. I just need to look at this spell.
You'd probably start off with like a druidcraft, like create a puff of wind or something. create
Okay,
something
so he finds so as he goes through, he is able to druidcraft,
Okay.
and he is able to cast lights because he said it was from your cleric domain, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's able to do that. He's not able to cast any of the other spells.
Cool. I will cast light on a rock and throw it
Okay.
down the tunnel.
All right, so you cast light on a rock. You throw it down the tunnel. Which direction? Towards Karrik or away from
The
Karrik?
way we came from.
Okay, so Karrik, you see that this light, this rock sort of like bounce down, sort of glowing. One of the guards goes over and picks it up, looks at it, puts it in his pocket.
Which guard?
Where's my here we go. Sorry. Sort of the one sort of what so I think you are here, so this guard right here picks it up.
Has keys.
So then the other thing, as you guys sort of wait out there for a while, these two guards do begin to move down the tunnel away from you guys towards the end of this hallway. They deflate in size. And they walk out sort of the bottom door.
Like they're going back to the mess hall.
You're so far away from the door that you can't really see Karrik.
I can't see whether they're going left or right.
Okay, you do see that they're going left, or sorry, so you see they're going right.
Back toward the mess hall.
Yes, back towards the mess hall.
I'll follow. I'll just fall in line behind the second one.
Okay, all right. So Karrik, you begin to follow along down this way, away from the and I will do one thing first.
Which one has the keys? Is it the one in front or the one behind? The one in the back originally, the one on the top had the keys.
Right.
So did he
yeah,
go first
same
or
one.
the second one go?
So I believe it's the one in the back. So you begin
Oh,
to follow
I'm
them.
right behind him.
Right. So they begin to walk down the hall. You follow behind. They begin to walk back towards the mess hall.
I would like. I'm walking real close behind him, and I
Okay.
will make an exaggerated show of tripping and falling into him.
Okay. All right, make a
And-
deception check.
Attempt to get the keys.
All right.
Oh, great. At least there's only 2 of them now. Deception. Okay, come on. Uh, 9.
9. Oh man. So you just sort of like go, ah! And sort of like grab the guy from behind. He like looks at you. He looks real. What? Hey,
Sorry,
hey!
sorry, just a little jumpy.
Sort of shoves you off him
After
a
all
little
that-
bit.
After all that, didn't expect that fighting today. Just a little on edge.
We don't need you here. Go back to wherever you're not assigned to this floor. Go back up to the top.
All right,
And they begin to sort of walk away. Well,
all right. I'll walk back that way, the way that I came.
okay. So you're walking back to the prison? Are you walking down this hallway?
Back. There's only 2 directions I can go, right? I can go
There are
back.
actually 4. So you can go
Oh.
back. So you can follow the Durgar,
That's back to the mess hall.
right? You
And
can
then there's
continue down
back
the
to
hallway,
dungeon where I was just standing.
right?
There's down the hallway to the right, another hallway.
And there's a door sort of that's closed down in the bottom.
All right, I'll just I will very slowly start walking back that way
Okay.
and try to wait until they're out of sight.
Okay. So they begin to walk that way. You slowly go that way. They move a little bit faster. So they pass the door to the mess hall and continue down the hallway in the direction that you guys have not yet explored.
Okay. Are they out of sight? Did they turn a corner?
So they eventually they do get out of sight.
All right, I'll just look around to make sure no one's there.
Mhm.
And I'll just try this door.
All right, so you try the door. It's locked.
It's locked.
Hmm.
I put my ear up to it and see if I hear anything inside.
You hear, hey, good. Now, lift the other one.
Sounds kind of like a mind flayer.
It does sound like a mind flare, yeah.
Okay. Then I will shoot. I'm just gonna walk back the other hallway, not the dungeon hallway that I came from,
Okay.
where the Ugarth and Wilfred are. I'll
Okay.
walk down the other way and just see what's there.
Okay. All right. So that will take you off screen. But yes, as you go down that hallway, it begins to sort of lead. So it sort of goes forward for a little bit. There are doors to your right and to your left. They're sort of staggered.
Do they look like the doors to that dungeon hallway that I was in? Same kind
No,
of door?
they look very different. They look like normal doors.
Okay.
And then eventually you reach a stairwell.
Up or down?
Up.
And I'm just going to be keeping a very close ear the whole time that I'm going, just listening. And I'll probably, as long as it doesn't seem like anyone's around,
Mhm.
I'll probably stop briefly at each door and just listen in.
Okay. So the first door you pass is sort of on your left.
All right.
So you're against it, I assume?
Yeah.
So you press your against you. Make a perception check for me, real quick.
6.
6. Okay. Don't hear anything from that door.
Does it look the same as the door with the mind flare?
It looks different, but not you know, so the one with the mind flayer was sort of a more ornate sort of door with some inscriptions on it. This was a plain sort of just
Okay.
run of the mill door.
I will try it.
All right, so you try it, it opens,
All right.
and you look in, and it's sort of a mine. It's sort of like, it looks like a place where people, they're digging. So it's a construction site basically. There's some massive picks laying there that are probably, you could probably wield them, but they're a little bit too big for you. And you see sort of like an unfinished tunnel. Looks like they're building something here, or looking for something here, or something.
At a glimpse, does it look like it's going up or down?
Make it. Well, so what was? Did you make a perception check yet on
To
this?
listen.
Make a
to the
perception
door.
check on the room.
10.
10. You can't tell.
All right. I don't see anyone.
Nope. I'm seeing one at the
Seems
moment.
empty. All right. Well, I'll gently close that and move on to the next door.
All right. Before we go to the next door, Angvor and Gurthang, what are you guys doing?
So where in relation are we?
I think we're in the mess hall.
So you're in the mess hall. So in relation to where Karrik is right now, Karrik has moved. So right around here is where Karrik, you guys sort of saw Karrik.
Yep.
You guys have now moved down sort of off screen. So you're sort of in this direction.
And then the mess hall was like up into
right.
the door. another
Exactly.
room.
Exactly.
And then there was off the mess hall, that was like the
cellar that you came in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dead bodies.
I mean, we just been kind of listening for a while, just kind of seeing what's going on here and everything. Peeking in the door every once in a while.
He said he had it, right? Do we need
So I would have probably waited until at least, I mean, we'd peek in the door every once in a while and see what's going on. I don't know if we would have been able to hear or catch a glimpse of those two going past us.
Yeah, make a perception check as they pass, both of you. I'll have Aurelia and Morgana make ones as well. Nope.
It'd be a no for me.
What'd you roll, Angvor?
15.
15. Okay, so you do hear sort of the soft padding of boots going by. You can't tell how many, but
Yeah. Because it sounds like there's some guards that just passed by from the direction Karrik went. Maybe that's all. I don't know. Maybe that's all of them. I mean,
yeah, I didn't get a great look in the jail cells, but clean up here and then find people.
I mean, I don't know. And I know when we looked down there that there were guards, but I don't know how many passed. It's just we could.
Nobody's come back yet either, so that's
Yeah,
kinda good.
so I'm not sure who's all in the cells or not at this point, or
Did your message thingy work, or is that not?
let me try. I'm gonna try and send a message to Karrik because he's the one who looked like he was free at least last. I
Okay.
don't know how far away he is.
Okay. So how far does the message go?
That's I think it's
150.
120.
120.
120. I think
And I'm still moving pretty slowly. I'm still creeping.
It's also, I mean, it just depends on when he was or where he was and when I send it.
I
So.
think in
And
general.
I had also waited until this is all kind of concurrent because I had waited until the Durigar were like out of sight before I really started checking doors and anything. So it would have been before they were even out of sight before I even checked that first door.
Will.
And so if they're doing this shortly after the Durigar passed the door, then I might still be in range.
I will say that unfortunately, just because if you're staying in the mess hall, it's so far away from the rest of basically from the cells. I'm going to say that no, you can't find him. It looks like it looks like most of the time you are over 150 feet away from them. So.
Yeah, we can go ahead and find them. Try what? Oh.
Let's get them out.
Get him out.
We'll just get the guards out.
Get the guards. We're gonna do that. Yeah. Blood. We're probably worked up a good bit of blood on us already.
Guys, I think me and Gurthang kind of have a plan here. Just follow our lead. I think you ladies, or maybe I don't know, Aurelia, you should stay back. Morgana, I'm not sure. But let us draw the guards out. We're gonna draw the guards out here, and just kind of pretend that you're a victim, I guess, for now. Just follow our lead. We'll be back in a little bit.
And while
And
Angvor is saying that, Gurthang's in the background, like grabbing blood off of wounds and just like,
Okay.
Yeah.
All
A
right. So
little
he's,
bit, beat up, and
So he's like-
Angvor's kind of doing the same thing. He's getting
making
some
it
like
look like we're
some beat up battle scars and stuff like that. Make ourselves look kind of like huff puff, dirty, and
so you're like lathering, like smearing blood on yourself, and like
Yeah.
imitating wounds. Okay. All right.
yeah.
So-
where we got beat up and scratched.
All right.
And then I'm gonna walk with Angvor or with Gurthang. We're gonna go down the hallway.
All right.
Kind of just looking around, trying to acting like we're just like out of breath, trying to find somebody. And then we like turn down to where, we know where the guards are, so we're gonna purposely go that direction, but trying to fake it out as we're trying to.
bust the door open as we get there.
Can you guys see the tokens? Yeah.
No,
yet. Not yet.
because it's dark in that room. I think
Okay.
because
I don't know if you.
I know what I think.
So y'all are going the other direction away from me.
we're going to where the guards are, because
Where
where
we
we know
last
that
saw
you
everybody.
last where everybody else was.
Yeah.
The guards that walked past, going back past
We're
the
going
mess hall.
to the prison.
right.
Where we currently are.
All right. So there was sort of a doorway. It didn't have a door in it. There was a doorway that you sort of passed through. There's Angvor at least.
Yeah.
Gurthang was on there for a
I
second.
might be underneath. Am I underneath?
Is he under? Yeah, maybe.
That's a good thing.
Crazy. She might want a treat. Things in the bottom floor.
I think I may have accidentally deleted your token. Anyways, so Angvor and Gurthang, what are you guys doing?
Gurthang's dead.
So then we've gotten bloodied up and kind of put on our facade. We're gonna go down that doorway, kind of acting up like something's
Okay.
going on in that mess hall. And
Okay.
we're gonna pass the doorway to where the prison is, where we knew that they took Wilfred and Ugarth, and
That's
we're
right, because
gonna
you
kind
did. You did
bust
see where we
into
went.
the room
That's right.
and just like
Well, if you hold on, if I hear y'all coming out, if I hear the door opening, I'm gonna
Mhm.
like stiffen up and try to act casual.
Okay. All right. So
And then after, keep walking, but then turn around to see who it is, and if I see that it's them,
Mhm.
then I will.
all right. Yeah. So I'll say that as you sort of leave this sort of mine shaft, mine whatever area that you just exited, you hear sort of a door open and close down the hall away from you, and you see sort of a sullied and sort of dirty Gurthang and Angvor coming out, looking all sort of bloodied and haggard. They're a ways away. So I will.
I'll look in the other direction real quick just to make sure that no one else is there,
Mhm. So
and
that.
then I'll jog down to meet up with them.
All right. So as you guys sort of emerge, you guys see Karrik begin to sort of, he catches sight of you. You guys sort of look down. You don't see anyone except for you see someone sort of exiting a door down the hall a ways. And he sort of looks out and you see it's Karrik. And he sort of looks at you guys and begins to sort of jog towards you guys. He's a ways away. So it does take a minute to sort of move towards you guys.
And Ugarth are dead.
So we're still going towards the door because we kind of
Okay.
see Karrik at a
Yeah.
distance.
Yeah.
And I don't know how, once he gets close enough, I'm going to just say, be cool in message. I'm going to say, don't just follow my lead.
All right.
Be cool. We're going to get the guards out of there.
We think. We're gonna, yeah.
I'm gonna draw them out this way.
We're going to draw them back to the mess hall.
Give me like 30 seconds. I'll walk down to the other end so I can fall behind in the back. And
No,
Try not to be
you
noticed.
You have to unlock the doors. You have to get You have to get Wilfred and Ugarth out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go to the other end of the hall, so when everyone else comes out, I can fall behind. Behind
All right,
everyone else.
All right, I think that works. Here, and I'll like take the blood and like just put it a little bit more in.
All right, so you like flick
You're
some
trying to do
blood.
this, right?
No,
Like,
he's going to the other end of the hallway.
Oh, I thought he was like.
Oops, oops.
I'm
All right. So Karrik, what are you doing?
So I'll go back in the
All right.
dungeon where everyone is.
All right, so
and
you go
just
back in here.
Casually walk toward the other end.
Okay.
Trying to gauge it to be about 30-ish seconds
Okay.
to get to the other end.
So you begin to sort of walk towards the end, sort of walking down this direction. You're able to sort of pass the first set of guards pretty quickly, and then you're sort of down sort of here-ish. I'll say you can get down to sort of by Will's cell. The cell that you saw them put Will in.
So as you see,
Yeah,
as you look
that's what I
at
was, that's what I was
Will-
going for.
as you look in the Will cell, he's just measuring it like with his body, like, all right, it's this long, it's this far. Testing out the bed.
Mhm.
I guess
And
I'm
I'm
gonna be
just-
looking
I'm
at
just
the rest of
gonna-
my life.
And I'm just gonna keep walking until I hear the door open. So if I get far enough to start up the stairs, I'll start up the stairs.
Mhm.
But I'm just keeping walking.
All right. So it's basically you were able to sort of. So what do you wait? What was told to Gurthang and Angvor? How long?
I told them
He was
30
told to
seconds.
Wait a little
Okay.
bit, and so I'm going to give it like 20 seconds, 25 seconds.
All right. All right.
And then we'll bust it in.
All right. So you guys you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's go. Yeah.
Hard to count past 5.
Yeah. So you guys sort of
I mean, to be fair,
in.
Karrik probably doesn't really know how long 30 seconds is.
all right. So Karrik is just arriving to Wilfred's cell when Gurthang and Angvor sort of burst through the doors.
Bloodied and looking beaten, we burst in. We jog, like we run down the hallway just like 5 or 10 feet. Just stop at the first guard and just.
Mhm.
Oh,
What are you all doing?
why are you standing around? Do you not know what's happening? We need help. There's like trolls in the dungeon. There's trolls in the mess hall. Oh, they've killed everyone. Come help.
We barely escaped.
All right, make deception checks.
Great troll. Oh gosh. Deception. Okay, it's not terrible. It's a 14.
All right, 14.
27.
Nice. So Gurthing's pretty convincing, but Angvor is just like he matches sort of the glaze in
That's
the
that
eyes.
charismatic warlock.
And so quickly, sort of like the guards look at you guys and they look startled and they begin to signal to their comrades down the hallway. And so quickly, these guys begin to run off. And they're like, the mess hall, you said? The mess hall?
Yes, follow us. Oh my God, you won't believe what just happened. We need help. Oh. And so we like start. The guards are coming. We're like opening the door. We're going back down to the mess hall.
All right.
Is all 6 of them going that way?
So they leave sort of a couple. They leave sort of 2 guys there, sort of one on each end of the hall. But the rest of them do leave.
I
I'll
just left the guard
I'll
that-
say to the other guy up there at my end,
Mhm.
you go. I'll stay here.
All right. Make a persuasion check.
Come on, there you go. 12.
12.
What do I
Nudged open the door and then it should be behind.
He's like, no, I'll stay up here. You go. You're not assigned here. I am.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, I'll go let them know up this way.
All right.
And I'll start heading back up the stairs
Okay. Oh, so you're heading up the stairs. You're heading in the opposite direction of
Yeah.
Angvor and okay. All right. So you head up the stairs, um, off to the diocese, right? Um, and this is a more so as you start to go up here, this is not like a it's not a maximum security prison here. It looks more like a sort of a there are these there's sort of a sort of a giant skull, with sort of snakes for hair, sort of like a sort of like idol sort of made, and there are sort of things that have been presented around it. You see sort of different slave races sort of around there. Some of them are dressed in noble, in sort of in sort of ornate clothes. They're sort of you hear the sound of music down the hall.
Give it just a moment, moving slowly, and I will turn around. As I pass him, I'm just gonna say, "Oh, I think it was the wrong way."
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll just I'll start heading back down that way and try to. I'll just try to quietly slip Ugarth his thieves' tools.
Okay.
As
How
inconspicuously as I can.
How are you going to try and do it?
I guess if there's a window, like a barred window, or just through the little hole.
All right. So now at this point, basically,
wait, hold on. If there's no bars, I guess you wouldn't really be able to pick the lock from the inside if there's no bars.
Right.
So I will not do that.
Okay.
Shoot.
All right. So as you're sort of contemplating what to do, having gone up on this raised diocese, so the four guards begin to come with you, Angvor and Gurthang. They're following you. You get to hear sort of like a door opens, and you get to hear sort of commotion. The door sort of to the bottom opens, and a sort of as you guys a mind flayer appears. As you guys begin to sort of like, and it's sort of more sort of guards begin to sort of come from different directions, sort of summoned by the commotion.
Well, this way to the mess room.
Guys, quick! And we're just gonna keep up so far.
All right. So you guys continue to lead the guards, and now the mind flayer doesn't necessarily follow you guys. He's just sort of peeking out, seeing what the commotion is about. He asks somebody that passes.
3 tacos.
It's Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
And we got it under control.
All right.
Need some more guards. We'll just keep going to the mess hall.
All right. So you continue to the mess hall. You make it to the mess hall.
Are any of those people following us, or were they just peeking out and then they closed the door?
So what's that? So you do gain some more followers. So here I think the mind flayer does not follow you guys, but you guys do gain some more followers.
Sweet.
Some no, that's not what I want to do. Some gnomes appear, as well as sort of the Durgar guards. A troglodyte appears from one of the doors. It means you sort of summoned by your cries.
All right. So we're gonna go into the mess hall.
Go into the mess hall. Open the door.
All right.
Bloody empty room.
All right. So you guys open the door to the mess hall, flanked by all these different
They ate Fred.
flanked by all these different sort of stragglers. And you guys begin to go down the hall towards the mess hall, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep going into the mess hall.
Yeah, if we're gonna go to the mess hall, then I need to switch maps.
You're good.
So 1 second.
We can do mind it.
thing is though, like, if we get in this hall,
And it goes backwards.
well, we get in there, get everybody in there, let them go into a room, and we get everybody in there, who are standing on the sides of the door, then we rush back. And this salvation is 10 minutes. And so they must be in a constant order. They get this level of exhaustion and it's a 30-foot radius. So most of them are gonna get it one. And if you get exhaustion like that, or build up, they get disadvantage on like saving throw or ruse, and so they're gonna keep losing. You have to kill a lot of people with that, man. So we can do that and get behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so Wilfred's just now casting after he's done measurement, he's just casting another light on a rock and just
All right.
tossing it down.
There, no one picks up this time, and Gurthang, or sorry, not Gurthang, Karrik, you just see these lighted stones begin to sort of come down the hallway.
And I'm also switching between Druidcraft and just seeing what the weather effect is in the next 24 hours in the room.
Okay, all right.
So I'm just doing,
Nothing.
I'm just doodling my thumbs.
Diddling around.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, sorry. For some reason. All right. I sent the new address over Dungeon Fog. Hopefully this will be okay.
No, this actually squared, I think.
Yeah.
Or
I just want to visualize it mostly.
yeah.
Do you guys see anything?
Not yet.
I just see Gurthang.
Yeah, Pathfinder has a good
That do anything for you guys?
one. The text group.
Still says Gurthang.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the other map. I can make it work. That's
Yeah,
not a
you're
big
good.
deal.
I don't think we're gonna be in there.
We
that-
can do Theater of the Mind if we need to.
Yeah.
For this part, depends
Yeah.
on
So
how-
we'll go back to the Do you guys go back to the other map?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay.
Oh, it did something to me. I didn't have to.
Okay. All right. So give me 1 second to sort of set up the scenario.
Mine theater.
When does the food come?
Wilfred would be that person. It's like aloha. You know, make the best of. Got like a mud cup that he made that looked like a coconut.
Yeah.
Hey, alms. Hey, do we get like a 15-minute break like outside or something, like where we can stretch our
when do
legs?
we go to the yard?
Yeah, when do we go to the yard? I need to like work my arms out. Is that possible?
Okay, so that zoomed you guys in.
Just play feet Ocean standard.
Oh no, that wasn't supposed to happen.
There.
All right. All right, and so 1 second to add a couple more following alongside you. All right. So as you guys begin to head down this hallway to the mess hall, you guys make it into the mess hall.
How many of them are there now total?
So there are there are at least 4 Durgar guards, as well as 2 gnomes, and a troglodyte that have been summoned by your cries.
4, 2, and 1.
So as we get into the mess hall,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have tried to message Aurelia and
All right.
or at least Morgana. Yeah, I'd message Morgana. She seems a little bit more put together sometimes. And say, we're coming in. Be close to the door.
All right.
And so I would have them kind of be close to the door. I would hope that they would stand close to the door. Both her and Aurelia, I would hope that she could get that point across.
How much time do you give her to communicate with Aurelia?
120 feet.
All right. All right. So she's attempting to communicate with Aurelia. She did not roll well on her performance check. So Aurelia is a little bit confused.
So they're close to, well, Morgana's close to the door. Aurelia's in there. We'll bust in and just panting. And I mean, I'm going to be like, I'm going to look around and see, there's survivors. Oh, thank God.
All right. All right. So
And then we're gonna I'm gonna have them be like, where are they? Where did they go? I don't know. They must have gotten away. And I'm like, file in. We need to spread out and see if we can find these guys. And hopefully that they're gonna file in.
All right.
And like spread out. Hopefully.
All right. Make a deception check.
19.
19. All right. So those who are with you begin to you'll file in, sort of listening to sort of Angvor's sort of cries of
Yeah. Straight up lie.
Sorry, I lost and so sorry. I deleted Angvor's token, I guess. Sorry about that.
No, Angvor is dead.
So and we're sort of in the middle with everyone, sort of explaining it, and so then they begin to fan out, sort of convinced, sort of, they quickly, they can see that the room is somewhat empty, so they quickly begin making their way sort of down the mess hall, generally expecting, sort of looking around, but they kind of can tell that there was a fight here, that there's what did you guys do with the bodies?
They must have eaten the bodies.
We mostly just left them there.
I was going to put them back in the cellar.
I mean, we can't have like pulled all of them back. I mean, there's still bodies around. We left most of them. We didn't have much time.
It is true.
So we would have left most of them. And then, so as they're kind of fanning out, me and Gurthang are staying back.
All right.
I'll message Aurelia just so nobody like sees me like talking, and I'll be like, follow me.
All right.
And I'll have her like walk over and I'll just be like, oh, thank God there's survivors. Just kind of like talking to the survivors, like me and everything are talking to the survivors, letting them fan out. And then
we need medical attention.
We're going to
See if they went this way.
book it back down, walk out and go back down the hallway.
All right.
And we're going
Run back to
the prison.
Okay.
I'm a medical expert.
And so we're running, and I'm hoping that they don't notice like right away. We've got like a little bit of time to get a lead on them.
Okay.
How long is that hallway toward like that hallway there?
Okay, so let's see if I can find where you are. So
I hear people need help with medical.
You're way far away. You can't do this.
I just
so
feel
did
it.
that
I
move
know.
to us? No, it didn't move.
I can help.
All right. So you can see that, and then I will do one quick thing, and then All right, so you can see about how far it is. So that's about so what you see on the screen is
Yeah.
about how far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And so we're gonna make it, down the hallway, going
All right,
fast.
all right. So,
And
so you
once
you are moving, you are dashing, right? So
we are going fast down, yes, dashing them. And so once we make it like towards the end of the hallway, after
Mhm.
that first dashing round,
Right.
we're all gonna come down to that end of the hallway,
5,
60
10,
feet away
15,
ish.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then you can do 80, right? Gurthang?
Yeah, I can do 80.
1, 2, 3,
book it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11. That's a 55, 60, 65. So you can catch all the way back up to here.
I'll just run with the
7.
And so at this point,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn around
All right.
on the doorway,
Mhm.
like right on their side of the doorway, or kind of
Yep.
like right in the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Sickening Radiance.
Okay. What does that do?
And so that is a 30-foot radius. So that'll
Okay.
come out to probably about here and like 30 feet into where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pretty big radius wherever they are now. Dim greenish light spreads within a 30-foot radius sphere, spinning on a point, blah, blah, blah. When a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, that creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 4d10 radiant damage. And it suffers one level of exhaustion and emits a dim greenish light in a 5-foot radius. And impossible for benefit from being invisible. Yep.
So you said it's a 30-foot radius? So
30-foot radius. So right about where
1,
Gurthang looks like probably
2,
right.
3, 4, 5. So I think so. By my calculations, it goes sort of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right?
Okay, yeah, that's close
And
enough.
then so then it will go in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so there are
plus like all the way like
yeah,
around.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures, and you make Constitution saving throws. All right, so
Yeah.
50 invisible creatures just pop up.
all right, so first it's a gnome. It rolled a you pull up one thing.
Disadvantage on that.
All right, so it rolled a Constitution saving throw, correct? So it rolled a 10.
Yep. All right, so it fails.
All right. What does it take?
I haven't rolled the damage
40,
yet.
Okay.
Give me a second. You can just do the Constitution saving throws for
All
a
right.
second. I'll roll the damage here in a second. So they'll take 12 damage.
Okay. All right. So he's still alive.
So he's also suffered one level of exhaustion.
right.
Which is a disadvantage on ability checks.
Yep.
All right. So one of the Durgar rolled a 20. So there's two Durgar here. One rolled a 21. The other one rolled a 10. No, sorry, 5. 5.
So that one fails. The other one saves.
All right.
Fail. Or save.
Okay. So 2 more Durgar guards. They rolled. One of them rolled a 10. The other one rolled a 20.
So fail, save.
All right. Then another gnome that was a 12.
Fail.
Okay. All right. And
Two
then
Durgar that saved.
right. and then one last Duragar. That was an 8.
That fails.
All right, and then so I said, did I say there were 5? There's one more. So there's this Duragar. So one more Duragar. I believe, yeah. That was a 16.
That fails.
Okay, so 2 Duragar saved, and then the 2 gnomes, and then the other 4 Duragar. Wait, fail, yeah.
Yep. So they all take 12 damage and have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay, so what if they saved?
Nothing happens.
Okay, all right. So there's sort of like in Angvor, his eyes sort of roll back. There's sort of the smell of sea salt in the air, and then there's sort of you hear like a crash, like the sound of the ocean, and then sickening green ray begins to sort of emanate from the doorway. And as you guys sort of like get away, you see like the Durgar begin to fall down, and some the gnomes look hurt. They're sort of like they look sick and sort of like they begin puking. And begin sort of wandering around, or, sort of like stumbling around, sort of trying to get their bearings and trying to.
Yep.
And so with that, we're going to need a roll initiative.
All right. And we're still kind of booking, but yeah, we'll roll initiative.
All right, just for this little bit.
Yeah. I got it.
Oh gosh. With advantage.
Was that an 8? That's if they get hit by this 3 times, then they're always going to fail because they do lose their saving throws. Like you take another level of exhaustion on top of it, you can get death automatically with this. They're far enough away that they're gonna all of them are at least gonna have to go through another round of this. And getting through the door, you can't all get through the door at once.
Yeah, we'll need to go individually though. If they action dash, they have 60 feet. Yeah. Although the halflings might not.
That's next time.
All right. So you're telling them to book down, right? You're telling so up first is Morgana.
Yeah, I'm gonna have been the plan was to keep on running.
Okay.
This was
all
like
right.
the thing to slow them down.
Uh-huh.
And so we're gonna keep running is what I was
All right.
planning.
Well, I guess I'm sorry. I missed a step. So what'd you guys roll? 25-20.
We rolled low.
Okay. What'd you guys roll?
11.
All right.
7.
Okay. All right. All right. So up first is Morgana. Morgana is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 down here. Up next is the Duragar. So what do they need to do?
If they start their turn in it, they just have to do this again, make another Constitution saving throw.
All right. One that
Well,
saved before.
strictly speaking, it doesn't have an effect when it's cast. It's only when they start their turn.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
So that would just be that the roll that we already did would just be for all of them starting their turn now.
All right. So that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 here. Let's see. Is there another
And
Durgar
then
up here?
if any of those were not in,
They all were. They all were.
they all were. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So I believe that finishes their turn because they're going to be chasing after you guys, having seen you cast a spell. And then just a reminder of how much damage did you do again?
12 damage to the
12,
4 of
okay.
them, and then yeah, the 2 gnomes took 12 damage.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I know.
all right. Now it is Aurelia's turn. Aurelia wants to.
Dramatic sport.
She's out for blood, man. She's out for blood.
Fireball.
She doesn't have spiral. She will cast lightning bolt at 100 feet long, 5 feet wide. Yeah, as she can get all 4 of them. Plus,
Does it go through the door?
yeah, we'll go through the door and plus you can get one of the gnomes. So that's a dexterity 15 saving throw.
It's not a saving throw, it's a check. Yeah, it's the ability checks.
Level.
All right, so the first one, that is a failure. Second one, it's another failure. Third one, it's the third failure. Fourth one, that's a natural 1. And then the deep gnome beyond, that is a natural 20. So he saves. But she does 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. She does 10, 12,
Really is doing something this combat.
29 points of lightning damage to all of them. And so
Do
And
I
so-
hear that?
yeah, so you hear this all of a sudden, this
Oh, yeah, like,
the sound of the arcing energy sort of, and this bursts through, and then sort of like emanating from her and sort of bursts, booms down the hallway, and sort of takes out all the guys in the
Given that and the just given the noisiness of that, should I and the other Duragar in the dungeon also roll
Yes.
initiative?
Yeah, roll initiative. Yeah. And then I'll finish her turn first. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She moves down the hall as well. Now it is so the other Duragar will just move on the original Duragar's turn.
Are they all dead?
Yeah, all the ones in the hallway were killed by that.
earlier.
All right.
What is it? Magic people can do damage and.
All right. Now it's the troglodyte's turn. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15.
Nice.
My initiative is 11.
All right, roger that. And you're lower than Angvor in dexterity, right?
+3.
Yeah, and you're like +1, right, Karrik?
2.
2, okay.
My initiative was a 9.
All right,
But-
I'll make sure that you go on your initiative, Wilfred. Sorry, I'm looking up. All right, so just 30 feet. Okay, so 10, 20, 25, 30. All right, so now the troglodyte has entered the sphere. When it enters the sphere, does anything happen?
Yeah.
It's the save.
All right,
He-
all right.
Yeah.
That's a natural 1.
Yep. He takes 12.
So you aren't re-rolling damage.
Oh
Okay.
wait, no, I should probably roll again because he's
Yeah.
entering it. Yeah.
Right,
I need to
reroll
roll
damage.
Yeah, because that's a different. 23 damage on that one.
Okay, all right. So as he falls in, he sort of collapses and dies from this weakening sphere. All right, and now it is the deep gnome's turn. So the 2 that were in it, they will get to go there 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then there are two entering it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, like 45-ish. I think he can't get through.
So then they need to roll the Constitution, right?
Yes. All right. So the one that is in the hallway, that is a 15, I believe.
Fails.
All right, and then the one that's in the doorway, that is another 15.
Fails.
Fails. And they
Alright.
take 20.
28.
5 plus 3.
No.
5 and 7.
5 plus 7 is
22. 22 points of damage.
All right, and so as they run in, they as well collapse and die. And so you're left with those two gnomes pursuing you. So yeah, that ends their turn. Angvor, you are now up.
Seeing as those other two gnomes are still within the field, I am
Right.
going to just continue running.
Okay.
Because I know that they still have to succeed again, and they seem to be already kind of hurt there. So I'm just going to leave it and just keep
All right.
running.
Roger that. Can you guys move yourselves?
Let me check.
No.
No, it's not active.
Okay. All right. 1 second. Okay. Now, can you try?
It probably takes a second to load. Nothing yet.
Okay, I'll try something else.
Can you move the enemies?
All right, try now.
There we go.
Hey.
Hey.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Is that the door here?
Yeah, it's the door right there. Yeah, you can go through it.
So I'm at 55 and I'm going to
Okay.
move through it as 60 just to kind
Right.
of like start moving through. I see Morgana's like right
Yeah.
there with me. Yep. And that's the end of my turn because that's my action.
Okay.
At dash.
All right, Roger that. And at the end of the hallway, you see a mind flayer emerge.
Oh, cool.
Apparently summoned by
The blast of lightning.
Yep. I found where Angvor was. I left him in the hallway down there, as well as a guard sort of coming down from the hall over here. So apparently summoned by the boom that Aurelia just did. Sorry, team. That ends. All right, Karrik, what are you doing as you hear this boom and sort of shakes the dungeon a little bit?
Say that I'm still kind of standing indecisively up the stairs.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I will run back
Okay.
to see if it looks like the other Duragar are moving.
Okay. All right. So as you sort of hear this boom, you see like the Duragar that's sort of in front of Wilfred's prison. Sort of like he looks sort of startled and looks around a little bit. And then he sort of looks at the other guy. The other guy sort of like looks down the hallway. And they sort of nod to each other, and he begins to sort of run down towards this other guy. So as you sort of enter in the screen, he sort of looks at you, and he's like, "Hey, did you hear that?"
Yeah, go. I'll get more help.
All right, Wilfred, it's now your turn. What are you doing?
I've had time to study this door.
Mhm.
Is it wooden?
And no, it is metal.
It's metal.
Wilfred will casually lift the door off of its hinges.
And the guards literally just ran away from my room, right?
Yeah. So the one guard is sort of just starting to move away from Karrik, who he was stationed in front of your. And he looks startled, and he sort of looks like he's about to run down the hallway.
Is he within 15 feet of me?
Yes, he is.
So Wolves had a little bit of time to work with the light, the cantrips.
Right.
So light works because it's part of his cleric domain.
Right.
He's gonna try another one of his cleric domains, which is burning hands.
Okay. All right. That. Read me this. Read me the description of the spell.
As you hold your hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread.
Well,
the
no, I
flame
mean,
shifts-
so how did you get the spell? How is it?
my
How's it
cleric
cast?
domain.
How
My
is it?
cleric
Okay.
domain.
All right. Then you are able to cast.
It's the same way I have light.
Yeah. So you are able to cast burning hands. What does that do? I need to make a save, right?
The dexterity save.
All right.
And he wasn't sure if it would. He thinks it works, but he wasn't sure, so he's just doing this at first level.
All right. All right. So that is
Yeah.
that is a 3.
So that fails. Where's my 3D? And this is a 15-foot cone. So if I can, I was aiming for both those guards, but if the one already left.
No, the one is that. So there's one at the bottom of the hallway, as you can see, right here. So basically, Angvor had talked them, and when Angvor had talked them to come down, when it's taking a spot that's beginning of the hallway, when it's taking the spot at the end of the hallway.
Are there 3 in there?
Yeah. So the third one appeared from down the hallway from the other direction. Right. So this is Karrik, right? This is the guard that he just cast burning hands on. This is the guard at the end of the hallway. And this is a different guard that was not part in the prison cell.
Who's this?
That's Will. You mean up here? Like up here?
This.
No,
Other than that, who is that?
Right there.
Who is that?
That's a Duragar.
Yeah, that was not supposed to be there. I'm sorry.
I think they probably missed it because it was behind the grid.
Right. Okay. Oh, so he's no longer there. All right. Sorry about that.
I rolled 12 points of fire damage.
All right.
12
points of fire damage.
Any flammable object in the area that isn't being worn or carried catches fire. So that's why I was wondering if the door was not.
Yes, you cast burning hands through, and they sort of reaches out through like the grate in this sort of like the open
Okay.
sort of, and sort of reaches on the guy and sort of burns him, and his clothes begin to catch on fire, and he sort of like turns around and he looks at you sort of startled and scared, but he is not dead. Now it is Gurthang's turn. Gurthang, what are you?
Just running.
All right, so you can move yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I have a mouse, I can move myself.
All right.
Right, middle. Right there.
1, 2, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, like right outside. 60, 55, 70, 75. I can move to this.
If you just run straight.
You have to go through the door.
Actually, I think Ian has to move you.
I might stay by the door anyways. I'm beefy. I can be in the back if I get hit.
All right.
I'm gonna move to there. Somewhere.
You're just moving to there.
Yeah.
That was 60 feet. Okay. I was gonna say if it was 40, you could ready your action, but
I'll try to stay in the back of the pack.
All right. So now it is Morgana's turn. Actually, give me 1 second to do something else. I need to do. Morgana is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to see the mind flayer at the end of the hallway and stop. She doesn't know what to do. And so now it is the Duragar's turn. So there are 2 that are still within the basically the sphere. So they're going to make Constitution saving throws. One is a 15, and the other is a 16.
That fails.
All right, so both fail.
Let me take 18 points of damage.
All right. So let's see. That is okay. So they both do actually survive.
But they also take a second level of exhaustion now.
Okay.
So they are now speed is halved.
Roger that. So they will only go 5, 10, 15. 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. You can't see there,
Yeah,
can
you're
you?
good.
And then one last thing.
Not how we talk to each other. You know that. Do you understand?
All right, there you go. Hopefully that will work. So you guys can see. All right. And the mind flayer will go 5. Okay, what can you do? Okay. All right. So mind flayer will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's dashed with his action 45 to get closer to you guys. All right. Then one last thing. 5. And you see one of these large sort of demonic drow-like creatures emerge from the room where the mind flayer just left behind in his wake, following him. Now it's really his turn. Or they'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And again, and she will also pause there when she sort of sees the sort of the looming danger at the end of the hall. Now it is the troglodyte's turn, so the troglodyte will go.
He's starting his turn in the planks.
I'm sorry, 5, 10, 15. He also emerges from the.
He also has to take a Constitution saving throw.
Right. You're right. So Constitution saving throw for a troglodyte. That is a 21.
That saves.
All right. 15, 20, 25, 30. He will 35, 40, 45. All right. Right there. We'll say he's right there. All right. So it's his turn now. It's the Deep Gnome's turn, and they're still within, so they need to make saving throws as well, right?
Yep.
All right. So that's a 5, and that's a 18.
Oh, that one saves.
All right. So
26 points of damage.
okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 as he pursues you. That's Deep Gnome's turn. All right, Angvor, it's back to your turn. What are you doing?
Oh God. Being the mind flayer, I have when I came out of the room, I looked both ways. What did I see on the other? Like, what's down the 60 feet or however far I can see down the other direction?
You don't really see anything the other direction. It's pretty. It's pretty.
Like a hallway
Yeah, it seems like it's a hallway. It seems like it does dead end. There are less doors down the direction.
No, I did not yell. I did not yell. Yes, you did.
So I am going to keep up the facade.
Okay.
They don't see what's going on in there.
Right.
They don't know anything. They just see a bunch of people frantically coming out.
Finally, someone who knows what they're doing.
God, finally, somebody that can actually help. Please, what is going on in the mess hall? Sir, I don't know if I would recognize this mind flayer. I've seen a few of them, so I don't know if I recognize this one.
You do not recognize this one.
I don't recognize this one. Sir, please come help. We need help in here. They've been destroying everybody. I don't know. There must be somebody in here. We can't find them. Something's going on.
Make a deception check.
It's still a 17.
A 17. Okay. I'll make it. Just make an insight check. You. So he sort of gestures. He gestures to the people behind him. Go find the problem. So he sort of gestures to some people behind him, and pointing at the monstrous creatures who are behind him as well as the guard. He's sort of indicating that they should follow, that they should head in your direction. But he seems like he's probably deceived. All right. And are you doing anything else, Angvor, with your turn?
He's gonna be like, they're in here. We need help. We need help.
All right.
Yeah. And that's, I'll like kind of motion into the door, hold the door open, see him running in. We really need they need help in there.
All right. So that ends. They do movement or bonus action or anything.
No, I mean I'm not gonna do much else because I want to hold up the facade and I want to make sure I don't look suspicious. So I'm just gonna be like, we need help. I just want to trying to get help for the people in here.
All right, Roger that. Now it is Karrik's turn. Karrik, what are you doing?
I will, seeing the cone of fire, I will rush over to the other guy and just like make a show of, oh, you're okay.
So you start patting out the flames on him. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll help him up and help him get out of what looked like the range of that fire thing.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to do since he's like just barely within range. Yeah, you said 15 feet, right? Yeah, he's definitely. You can move him like 5 or 10 feet away, and he's out of range. All right, that's all you're doing.
And I'll just say, good. All right, I'll go get some more help.
All right,
and I won't move yet, but I'll just make sure that he's still heading down the other way.
All right, Roger that. And then now it's Wilfred's turn. Wilfred, what are you doing?
So they're out of my range.
Right. Yeah, he's out of your range. He's now like 25-ish feet away.
How far can I see down this this tunnel?
Not very far, maybe like 15 feet or so.
Even with the stone of light that I've cast out? Or is it just the angle? I can't get it.
Yeah, it's the angle. So you're peering through this small box, right? And as you look down, you can only get, and you're also short, so you can't get a very good view.
I found like I moved the whatever like constitutes as a bed in here, so I could stand up on it.
Right. Yeah. So you're able to see through, but that's about it.
Well, I'll just twiddle my thumbs.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Now it's Gurthang's turn. Gurthang, what are you doing?
We're in a bad spot if they come in there. And they see
Actually, I'll say, fight me.
I don't think I can actually reach them and attack to try to finish one off.
So by the time they can get there, they're all probably dead.
Yeah, but he's not in range of your thing anymore.
Just out of here. Oh, true.
Close.
Yeah.
I can't reach him.
You could. Ready?
I've got my breath attack actually.
That's
Very
good.
different line. I'm gonna run up 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna run up to here. Here and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Nope. I can hit this guy with a breath attack, and that's
All right. All right.
Is that really what I want to do? I don't really want to do that. Oh gosh. Why not? It's a dex save.
Dex save. All right. So is it just the one guy?
It's just the one because I only have a range of 30 feet in the line.
All right. That is a 15, and he is a. Okay, so
Actually, he fails, so he takes not a lot of damage, but still.
yeah, so
Oh, he takes 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay, all right. He took. That is enough so as to finish him off. So as you sort of open your maw, and sort of this bluish greenish flame summons forth from your maw. It sort of envelops this guy, and he sort of it's sort of just enveloped and sort of like rolls down and sort of writhing in pain, writhing in the sort of the flames of the.
Sorry. Excuse me. And that's my movement and my action.
All right. What will Morgana do? Morgana will see that the mind flayer has been successfully deceived by Angvor, but she won't know what to do. She will sort of make her face sort of blank and sort of look glazed over, and she'll sort of begin to sort of move back towards the door a little bit, but only sort of like half-heartedly. She's sort of trying to also sell the ruse. The mind flayer will go 5, 10, 15. No, it's the Duragar. He seems deceived by the ruse at the moment. Duragar will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then the other Duragar, I believe that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them in the room. The one that you just
the dungeon.
Yes, the one that's in the dungeon will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So one appears from the dungeon and begins to sort of move in that direction towards you guys as well. The one that's in the dungeon with you, Karrik, will sort of stand up and sort of look at and he'll sort of move up and sort of like kick the door to try and get you knocked down, Wilfred.
That's right. Come in. You won't.
Hey, are you in there?
Yeah. Come fight me yourself.
All right. And then then it is these guys' turns. They'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Right there, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So right there. So another one appears from out the direction that the mind flare came. And then Dragos appear. Aurelia is gonna be so confused. What is she gonna do? She hears you talking to them. She's Morgana. She has no idea what you're saying. She sees Morgana's face drop. Will she attack? Let's roll. Let's roll to find out. She will not attack. So she sort of stands there, looks pensively, hands at the ready, and will not do anything at the moment. Now, up on the dais, Karrik, you hear sort of like the sound of this door opening. You see Asistaphales emerge. You see him flanked by another tall Duragar that's sort of lavender in color. That also wears that purple crown that you saw. You saw him. Make a history check, Karrik, just to see if you remember who he is.
11.
11. You have seen him before. You recognize him, but you can't quite place where. They wear sort of a studded crown of sort of seven diamonds around and on this sort of like purple sort of crown that he wears on his head as he sort of emerges. And now it is the troglodyte. Is troglodyte? No, he's not. All right, so he's still in the cone, so he'll make a saving throw. That is a 19. Does he save?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and he has not failed before, correct? So
He failed once.
okay, but that didn't slow him down, right?
That's only one first level
5,
exhaustion.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and he is engaged with you,
Oh.
Gurthang. Now it's Deep Gnome's turn. So this one is, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep. Yeah, they're both still in it. So I'll make them make saving throws for each for
And
them.
their speed is halved because they both failed.
So one is a 10,
No,
the other is a 9.
that they both fail.
All right. How much damage?
They take 15 points of damage.
All right. That'll do it. As they both sort of collapse in the sort of this as this green light sort of phases over them, and this sort of sickly pale green sort of glow emanates from the doorway, and they sort of collapse and sort of retch, and they sort of die in the hallway. Now it's back to Angvor's turn. Angvor, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna kind of go down the hallway like 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of going towards them, trying to sell it keep selling it, and then just keep up the guys. Hurry up! What are you waiting for? I can hear something still going on in there. Just keeping up the ruse, and then I'll go back to 15 feet.
All right. Making another deception check.
Good. They keep getting lower, but not by too much. 15.
15. Okay. Karrik, what are you doing?
So there's now 2 more mind flayers at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, so basically, at the top of the stairs, there were sort of, there's a menagerie of sort of different races. There are, they aren't sort of guards or warriors. There are sort of servants, and there are, maids, like handmaids up there, and there are, but now all of a sudden the doors open, and these 2 important, one of them, is Asistaphales, appear sort of at the top of the dais.
Lots of other people up there too.
There are other people. I won't say lots, because it's a relatively large area. Also, how far away are you from sort of the main dais?
He was at my door.
All right.
Yeah,
So you're probably like 100 and so feet.
if it's that far away, sure. It's
Okay.
not on the map.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Shoot. I'll just run up back toward the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. And I don't have control of myself, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
And I'll just holler out, hurry up. I was just going to get help.
All right. Now make a deception check for me.
Brilliant. Let's see. Come on. Yeah. 21.
21. Okay. All right. So the tall, sort of lavender colored mind flayer looks pretty convinced. Now it is Wilfred's turn. Wilfred, what are you doing?
So it's just this guard right in front of me, and then I saw Karrik run up.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Could I gauge a distance how far that door was, that dais that just opened up? Like the top.
Just roll a straight, roll a survival check to see if you could have gauged it.
Survival 18.
18. All right, so you know that it's about probably about 20 feet away from the end of the hallway, and maybe like 35 feet away from where you are.
Oh, and Karrik just ran right there. Oh boy. Um. I can't actually see
No.
because of but so it's about 20 feet. Can I delay my turn?
Yeah.
Just
You
delay
hold
the
an
turn
action.
where I actually lower my initiative. Can I do that?
Maybe.
Instead of holding an action, there's an option in the DMG in the player's guide. I don't know if you want to do that, but
1 second.
I don't have to do it, but I should do it if I could.
So it's where is it?
It's under. Actually, I have no idea where it is. Delaying a turn.
It's a homebrew.
It's a homebrew.
Well,
This one, this one.
I think it's a.
Variant rule.
Yeah. I will say you can't delay your turn. I don't think it's in the handbook or in from what I can tell.
I've seen it before, but okay. I don't.
All right, you're stuck in a cell. What do you think?
Yeah.
6 seconds.
All right.
Yeah. Because I don't really want to like do. I'll just sit there.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Gurthang, what are you doing?
No witnesses, I guess.
All right.
I'll recklessly attack this guy with my blade.
All right. Go for it.
That's going to hit. It's a 27 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That's 9 points of damage.
Okay, all right. So he sort of like staggers down. He looks hurt.
I'll hit him again.
All right.
17 plus 8 is 25.
That hits, yeah.
Another 10 points of damage.
All right. So you just behead him. You sort of just behead this troglodyte in the empty tunnel, and you finish him off. And there are no more enemies left.
No more witnesses to tell on us.
All right.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And then I think at 40, I just get out of the or get back to the door.
All right.
Because that's where I started last time. And I moved 40 back.
Yep. All right. Now it's Morgana's turn. Morgana will know what's going on. She will also sort of try and imitate Angvor, imitate his sort of intonations and we barely got out alive.
Yeah.
She's sort of trying to add credence. Yeah. The Mind Flayer continues down only 10 feet though. Now it's Dragloth's turn. They're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And now they're up and they smell terrible. They smell awful. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then Durgar, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And 15, 20, 25, 30. And the one let's make a check. All right. So the one that you attacked Wilfred will open the door and will attack you.
Attack me?
For hitting him, right?
Reaction.
Warding flare.
Yeah, warden fire.
All right. That is a 8 to hit.
I missed it.
All right, I'll try again. That is 12 to hit.
Misses.
All right, so he opens the door and swings at you twice wildly in anger over being hit by this, and also because he recognizes that he's vulnerable, like he's outside, and then it's his turn.
Are the doors not locked?
They are. Oh, they are. No, he can't do that. I'm sorry. No, he doesn't do that.
He doesn't have the keys.
Yeah, he doesn't have the keys. Sorry. No, so he'll go 5, 10 feet away. He'll get out of range of your burning hand, so 15 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Aurelia's turn. All right, now we have to roll our die of what does Aurelia think right now. Aurelia, Aurelia.
We've been calm the whole time.
Yeah. All right. Harrisonburg, call it. So one or two, or 5 or 6, as Aurelia doesn't play along.
What about for 3 and 4?
All right, you can do 3 or 4 as well.
Same percentage, anyways.
Yeah. So it's basically you guys have a
High, medium, or low.
yeah. So like it's basically you guys have a what's that?
33% chance.
Yeah.
Are you giving us 2 of the options she does, or are you giving us a 66% chance or a 33% chance?
66.
Okay, so let's go 3 through 6 then.
Okay, so 1 or 2 are the ones that okay, got it. All right, roll a 6. All right, so she plays along with you guys as these Dragos sort of pass by. Now it is Asistaphales' turn. Asistaphales will move forward, and he will cast
Global charge.
all of a sudden. Karrik, are you there?
I've dropped the concentration on Karrik, but it only lasts 10 minutes anyways.
All right. So as Karrik begins to as he's moving forward, he all of a sudden isn't trapped in this magical invisible barrier, and he can't get out. He sort of pushes it forward, looks around. He's trapped.
Karrik is?
Mm-hmm. Now it is Angvor's turn. Angvor, what are you doing?
I'm just measuring things for a second. So
Right.
give me a second. Just gonna keep it up still. At this point, I see they haven't attacked us and they're like right on us. So I see that they're kind of still they're seemingly convinced. So I'm gonna move back and kind of let them. It seems like a tight hallway, so I want to give them room. Guys, in there. Let's go.
All right. Make another deception check for me.
Ah. Oh, it's better. 23.
All right, so you hold open the door and you sort of like stand back and look again. Sort of some of them, the Dragos look at you and their snouts are down. They start sniffing in the air, hungrily like wolves almost. They begin sort of they're looking in the direction you're indicating. Karrik, are you there? Karrik's trapped anyways. Wilfred, what are you doing?
I can't see this mind flayer up there.
No, you
There
can't
it is.
see.
Good Karrik.
If I can't see, all I see is this guy right here, and he's not gonna really be doing anything.
Hmm.
If I don't see that mind flare, so I'm not doing anything.
All right, he's moved out of range as well. Okay. All right, Gurthang, what are you doing?
I'm through. I probably have a somewhat blank face most of the time, anyways. I'll stay with my Patriots. I guess try to help out.
All right. So you're moving down out of the hall.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So you're gonna move like
Yeah, I
5,
won't step
10,
like 40 feet.
15.
I want to stay close to everyone or close to my party.
All right. So you move out. You start to move out, and you are trying to play along, I presume.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna make you roll a deception check just because you're leaving the hallway where Angvor was just indicating there are problems, right?
Alrighty. Why not? That's the 15.
A 15. All right. That is enough to let them know that you are not the threat that Angvor was
I am
sort of
almost bloodied.
yeah. All right, and now the mind flayer will continue down another 10 feet or so. Morgana will move aside of the Dragloth but also try and stay close to you guys. Now it's the Dragloth's turn to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60, and they move in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 55, 60. So it's both the Dragloss sort of bolt by you and sort of go through the open door and sort of enter into the hallway beyond. That's Aurelia's turn. Aurelia, now somewhat understanding, will move 5, 10, 15, sort of get out of the way as well. Now it is, so what will Baron do? So for now, Baron will just come closer to you, Karrik. Angvor, what are you doing now?
I don't know where I'm supposed to go now. I've gotten this far.
You can run back in.
Can we quick load?
I'm gonna go back in just a little bit, following behind them, trying to keep up that facade of like trying to rush them forward. So
All
I
right.
don't know. If you want to put me back in that hallway there?
All right. So you go back in there.
Just a few steps, just
Yep.
right behind them.
Mhm.
Just kind of making it look like, because like it would seem unbelievable if we didn't follow them too,
Right.
Just kind of make them believe like there is some danger there, like, but I'm also hurt, so I don't want to be the first ones back.
Okay.
I'm like, that way, yeah, let's go, we got it, let's keep going this way, and just keep it's in that room, the mess hall.
All right. All right. So you make another deception check to kind of push them.
18.
18. Okay. The Dragloss seem completely taken away with it. Karrik, what are you doing?
I guess remaining stuck.
Yeah. So you're sort of in this invisible cage. Are you trying to escape in any way?
I mean, I've already tried. I can't really do anything.
All right.
So.
And so Karrik pulls out his maul and just sort of wails away at the cage. Doesn't seem to have much effect. Wilfred, what are you doing?
Yeah, just let me out. Let me out.
All right. Gurthang?
I'll pick up what Angvor's putting down, then I too will follow back into
Okay.
why not?
All right. So you follow in behind as well. How far? 5, 10?
15 feet.
15 feet. All right.
I'll stay towards the back of the pack.
All right. Now it is Morgana's turn. Morgana will also follow you guys, not wanting to be left alone. 5, 10, 15, 20. She'll move in like 25 here.
They don't divide the party, but if we divide the enemies.
All right. My player will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now he wants to sort of see what's going on. But he's still,
The mind player.
yeah.
Okay,
He's
okay,
still worried. Then the Duragar, so then the Dragoth will go. You're indicating that there's danger down the hallway, right? So they're
Yeah,
going to go
yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And so this first one I believe has entered the 5, 10, 15,
I think they both
20,
are.
25. Yeah, they have. All right, so
Yeah.
Constitution saving throws.
Yep.
Right. So let's okay. So the first one is a 12.
That fails.
And the second one is a 22.
That one saves.
All right.
Which one's which?
The first one is the first one to enter.
First one.
Yeah. So the top one is the one that failed.
Gotcha. So that is 24 points of damage to that one.
All right. He sort of enters into this hill. He like leans over and begins to like throw up, sort of like coughing and retching. And the one behind him sort of like enters in and he sort of looks around. What's causing this? Now the Duragar's turns. They're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. As they sort of rush forward, goaded on by the Mind Flayer. Now it's Aurelia's turn. Aurelia is also going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Desperately trying to get back with the group. Because
She has to look like she's lost.
Yeah. She looks genuinely scared. There's no deception here. The Mind Flayer can pick up on that. Now I guess it's a Baron's turn. He will continue to sort of, it's just 5 seconds, so just another 5 seconds of nothing. Angvor, what are you doing as everyone sort of rushes back in?
Yeah, so I'm gonna continue down the hall. 5, 10, and I mean, I know where it starts. I know where it ends. I'm not gonna act like that. I'm gonna kind of keep up the facade and try and walk up, see them getting kind of hurt. I see this dim green light and kind of act surprised. I don't fully follow them into it yet because they're a little bit farther ahead of me, trying to stay back still.
Sure.
So I just kind of end right about here, just being like, "Oh my god, what is this?"
All right.
But like I'm telling you, something's in there. I don't know who did this, but something's. We need to figure out what's going on in there.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Karrik, what are you doing?
I am just watching the Mind Flayers,
All right.
Asistaphales and the other guy.
All right.
And I guess I'll just say, what gives? What's going on?
All right. Make a persuasion check or deception check, your choice.
No, that's nice. Get it, baby.
Maybe I'll give you advantage.
That's an 11 deception.
11. All right. Doesn't seem to be convinced. All right, Wilfred, what are you doing?
Those guys still haven't moved down those steps.
Nope. They're still out of sight for you.
All right, then I will. I pull up my wand of sneezing and point it at the guy. That's the
Yes.
guard.
All right. What is that?
Con save. I
All right.
believe.
That's a 16.
That's ace.
All right. All right. So you like
The one with coughing.
Gurthang, it's now your turn.
I'm selling it. I'm booking
right.
80 feet straight up the hallway.
All right.
Gritting my teeth.
You're
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, like 80-ish right here.
Yeah, I don't really know what the spell is, so
All right. All right.
I've
Make
done damage
make
before.
Constitution saving
Actually,
throw.
should I rage going into it? Yeah, I'm gonna let it out like a yell, as if like I'm prepping for like something coming up in the next room.
All right. All
And
right.
I'll pop a rage and run right into it.
All right.
Oh gosh, that is a 12. No, that is a 14.
Fails.
I fail.
15. All right.
What type of damage is it?
It is radiant damage.
Oh, okay, I do have resistance.
11 plus 14. 14 and 11. 25 points of damage.
So I take 12.
Hey, not that bad.
And I have the point of exhaustion now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just, yeah.
That's it.
All right. All right. Now it's Morgana's turn. Morgana will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. She's following you guys too.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Now it's the Dragloss turn. They're gonna go. So 2 saving throws, right? Because they're starting the turn in it.
Yeah, if they're starting their
Right.
turn there, they both need to make saving throws.
That is an 11 and a 9.
No, they both fail.
And they're half movement, right?
They are,
so-
yeah, now, because it's second level of exhaustion now. Twenty-four points of damage.
All right. So okay. Well, I guess the first one is the only one that's is the
True, yeah.
the second one
So
saved.
he's half movement and he's taken like I don't know however much the first one was damage wise and plus the
Taking
24
48
now.
points of damage.
Yeah.
So he goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 in there. Because they both disappear in there. The Durgar are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He isn't quite in it yet. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then, all right. So now it is Aurelia's turn. Aurelia is going to go 5. And she's going to do another lightning bolt on them. That's their dexterity saving throws. So the first one is I believe that's a 2. That's a 2. The second one is a 9. So they both they both fail, sorry. Well, 17, 18, 21, 24, 25 points of damage to each of them as she unleashes a lightning bolt on them. What did I say? I'm sorry.
25.
25, I think that sounds right. Yeah. It's 12, 17, 20, 25. Yeah. As she unleashes another lightning bolt on them, you hear this crack of electricity again as she sort of opens fire on these 2 Durgar. And that ends her turn. Now it is Angvor's turn, I guess.
Well, now that Aurelia has made a big old ruckus and they know that we're attacking them now, at least I see the Mind Flayer is not quite in here yet. Which ones are the two Durgar?
So the,
There's one that's right in front of me, right beside me.
yeah, this one and this one.
Gotcha. I'm going to Eldritch Blast each one of them.
All right, go for it.
The first one that's right in front of me took it's a 22 to hit, and
That
the
hits.
second one was a 15.
15 misses. So the first one hits.
Ooh, so that takes 15 points of damage.
All right. So you sort of strike him with an Eldritch Blast, sort of blow a hole in him, and he sort of explodes. And then the second one sort of misses and sort of arcs into the slams into the stone wall behind. But that one is dead. Anything else you want to do anything for?
That's all I'm gonna do there.
All right. All right. Karrik, is now your turn.
Just gonna try beating against the wall
All right.
to see if it does anything.
All right, make an attack roll. Make an attack roll.
Where'd it go? Have it. Unarmed strike. 16.
Okay. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
All right, Wilfred, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll do another sneezing wand sneeze.
All right.
On Stephen.
That's a 7.
I guess he sneezes for a minute. I guess
Alright,
I think
alright.
that's the effect.
So they you go, achoo, achoo, achoo. And this guard is sort of incapacitated with his sneezing as Wilfred sort of takes him out. Gurthang, now your turn.
And the rest, everything else I do is I'm just gonna, I guess, just
Oh yeah.
start praying.
All right, all right.
Everything's letting the dog in. He'll be down in a second.
Yeah, I'm here.
He's coming right back down.
He's doing some beast.
make a save.
He's doing some friendly
true.
beast stuff.
I gotta make a save, so let's see what happens. Are the two in the room dead?
No, but they
no.
are still in the circle. That's better. That's
It's
safe.
18.
That's
So
safe.
it saves. Whew.
Yeah.
All right.
Should I run all the way through? There's no mind flare at the beginning of the.
Not yet.
Throw your spear at the other guy. What? I mean, I could run all the way through and out the other side, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna, but they're still in the thing. That's the thing. So they're still
You
gonna
can come back,
probably take
or-
it.
I'll just come back
Mhm.
outside. Because this guy.
That
knows
guy
it.
is-
That guy. knows.
That's Morgana.
Bottom back.
I don't think I can reach him.
No, but
No, but he
at
could
least not die.
I'll just like flank up with Morgana and attack this guy if he runs past, I guess.
All right, you're holding an action. Got it.
As a held action.
All right. Now it's Morgana's turn. Now that the game is up, she will cast #bless on all 3 of you and herself.
Hey, bless you, Morgana.
That's so she'll cast it at 2nd level. So you are all blessed.
Yourself too, then.
Yeah. She cast. You got herself as well. Now it's the Mind Flayer's turn. The Mind Flayer is going to rush. Feeling the pain of its thralls, will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It cannot get through the door though, but it is glaring menacingly at Aurelia. Durgar will go 5, 10, and he will go attack her. Instead, that is so make up. That's a 15 to hit. That hits, and then That also hits. Okay. It's 4 says 5, and then that is 9, 5. All right, so he sort of attacks, pulls out his dagger and attacks Aurelia. Aurelia will then now it's Aurelia's turn. Oh well, sorry. It's now it's the Dragoth's turn. They are both in the zone.
Yep.
So Constitution saving throws.
Yep.
That is 9 for the first one. That is a 10 for the second one.
They both fail.
All right.
So that is
We're living on some dice rolls here.
20 points of damage. And so now the second one has 2 levels of exhaustion, and then the third one has 3 levels of exhaustion now.
All right. What happens at 3 levels?
It's disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
All right. So
And yeah, so the second one's speed is halved,
right.
and the third one, it's all 3 of those things. Yeah.
All right. So now, realizing the deception, they're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, but they are still in the zone. So they are chasing after you guys. Aurelia will drop because she has a straight line of sight. She will drop a 4th level lightning bolt on well, how far does it go? As far as we know. 100 feet. So 100 feet, yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So she can get the last guy. So she's going to drop. She's going to make the Durgar. That saves. I believe. And Dragloth, that fails. And she's casting it at 4th level. So that is 9d6. 8, 9. All right. So that is 10, 15, 17, 21, 23, 28, 32, 36 points of damage to that Dragloth. He's still up, but he looks real hurt now.
What about the other one?
So
What
the
did they both
Durgar, so if they save half as much damage, so he's gone. So that Durgar, even though he manages to dodge out of the way, he sort of collapses in sort of his charred body. The smell of ozone fills sort of the hallway as he sort of collapses. And that ends her turn. Now it is.
Did she hit both the Dragloth?
No, it only goes 100 feet, and the
Okay.
one Dragloth is at 100 feet.
I got you.
Yeah. All right. Angvor, it is now your turn, I believe.
My turn again?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come back down the hallway 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. And I'm just going to hang out there because I know that it seems like everybody else is, all the enemies are past. It looks like both the Dragloth are fairly hurt. And
Yep.
knowing that they're still in the zone, I'm going to just kind of walk away at this point. Seems like they've both taken a lot of, and I'm just going to kind of keep going back.
Okay. You gonna do any attacks or anything?
Nope.
All right. Karrik, anything you want to try? Karrik, is Karrik there? All right. Wilfred, anything you want to try? Okay, first.
Cheap. I'm not. I guess I'll just hit it again and just see if it's still there.
All right. Hit
Not
it again.
like not putting everything I have into it, or more
Mhm.
just like to see if it's still there.
All right. Yeah. You hit it again. It's still there.
Cool.
All right. Wilfred, anything you want to try?
The guy is sneezing.
Yeah. Yeah. He's still sneezing.
And then I think I have a mace.
Yeah.
I think. I'm just gonna be banging it up against the door.
All right, so
I'm
you
just
pull
gonna-
out your mace and just begin slamming it into the door. Make an attack roll.
I'm just being noisy. I'm not necessarily
Okay.
trying to attack it.
All right.
I can roll an attack roll if you want me to, but
No, you're just banging on the door. All right. Now, Gurthang, what are you doing?
The jig is up, right? So far as we know.
For the people in here at least.
Can't see.
That's you. That's you, yeah. The Durgar's dead.
That Durgar is
All
dead.
the
it's just
Durgars,
the
it's-
it's just
it's
mind
just
player and
those-
those two guys.
those-
And the mind flayers looking at us, I guess.
Yep.
I saw the mind flayer watcher ready to cast a spell, I guess.
Yep. He's right on the other side of the door. So, yeah, you can see him. Like he's right there-ish.
I can get here. Should just attack.
I'm going to.
It's gonna happen one day or another.
right.
I'm gonna run up I have 40 feet and a 10-foot range on my glaive.
All right.
So I'm gonna, is he right adjacent to her, right? I guess.
Yeah, basically.
So I can poke him around her.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, no turning back now. If it wasn't a chance to do it 100 times before. So
Hey,
I will run up.
Mm-hmm.
I am raged, and I will go ahead and make it reckless. Why not?
All right, go for it.
26 to hit,
That hits.
and 10 points of damage.
10 points. All right.
Second attack comes in 17 to hit,
That hits.
14 points of damage,
All right.
and I'm just sitting there. That's it.
All right. So you pull out your glaive tried.
That would be my glaive pick. I have reach.
All right. So you run forward. You sort of dart around Aurelia. You stab the mind flayer. You stab him again. You sort of slashing him around Aurelia. You did quite a bit of damage to him. Good job. And then now it's Morgana's turn. Morgana has blessed you all.
That's right. I guess I don't get a D4,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. Or-
Now let's see. Now she will do 5, 10, 15, 20. She will cast Guiding Bolt at the at second level at the Mind Flayer. That is a 20 to hit. That hits, and that is 5d6. 5,
They're all break, and the last thing they know is they die.
8,
The mind flayer dies. They're like, "Thanks,
19. All right.
they die. Yeah.
All right. So she casts a guiding bolt, strikes the mind flayer. Now the mind flayer is sort of lit up, and so you guys have next person who attacks the mind flayer has advantage. Now is the Dragloss turn. They're both still inside the weakening sphere. So the first one is a 22.
so one of them has disadvantage, whichever one has.
Oh, yep, that was that one. But it still rolled 22. It rolled 19 on the second one. All right. And then the second one is a that's a 14.
Okay, because that one fails.
All right.
So that takes 24 points of damage, and now it has disadvantage. And
All right. Right.
it's
That's
still
right.
half speed.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So then they're dashing, but they're going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes, so they're both outside of the sphere now.
Yep. Okay.
All right. And that ends their turn. Is now Aurelia's turn. Aurelia will cast Chromatic Orb on the Mind Flayer or go after the Dragloth.
Attack, right?
That's an attack.
So advantage.
Advantage.
Advantage with the D4.
Yeah, she's gonna do Chromatic Orb at
This is just in her nature.
third level on the Mind Flayer.
With
That yeah,
advantage
that's a 26 with advantage. Yeah. That is 5d8. 2, 3.
was looking at. They have very little points here.
So that is 2, 11, 18 points of 18 points of fire damage to the mind flayer. He is not down. As she casts chromatic orb, she will dart away from him 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, but she'll take an attack of opportunity, which is
I get that as well, right? For leaving
What?
the range.
you didn't move away.
This is
No,
a
no.
really
I was
good-
thinking mind flayer.
This is a
Sorry.
really-
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I get an attacker too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I mean,
That's a 15 stat. So yeah, I guess you can. she hasn't been as
Don't
bad as
leave.
she's been as bad as usual.
Selling it.
That is 14 points of damage to Aurelia. As she darts away from the mind flayer. All right, that ends her turn. All right, he's dead. Dead. No, Angvor, you're up now.
So I'm going to see everybody kind of attacking the mind flayer. I'm
Mhm.
gonna step because I see Gurthang's kind of in the way on that side. I'm just gonna step forward a little bit and go
Mhm.
right beside Morgana.
Yep.
I'm going to knowing that I'm not gonna so I'm just gonna cast 2 Eldritch Blasts on the mind flayer.
All right.
26 to hit and a 27 to hit.
All right, both hit.
21 points of damage.
All right.
Slowed 20 feet and pushed back.
That does it. How do you want to do this?
Knowing that he's kind of an ethereal being, I'm going to aim for the head and aim for the heart on one of them.
Right.
And
So
just kind of have him like vaporize.
yes, you blow off his head. So you throw one, so it goes through the center of him, which would be a killing blow. But then you strike him with a second one. You sort of blow off his head, and so it's just like a headless corpse with a giant hole in the center. Just sort of topples backwards, and is no more. As you finish off this mind flayer, and as that happens, all of a sudden you begin to hear this horrible sound, Karrik, this horrible screeching sound, and Asistaphales in a bar and quickly look, and they begin moving backwards away from it, and you are able to get out of your invisible prison.
Wait, they like have shared.
Are you
Here.
muted, Karrik?
Can't hear you.
Sorry. The Asistaphales and Abar are backing away.
They're going back to where they came from.
Back up the steps.
Yeah, basically when that mind flayer died.
Is the screeching sound from them?
No, it's from the inside the room that they just exited from.
So it's coming back from the hallway where they're fighting.
No, it's
I don't
coming.
know. I don't.
No, it's not coming. It's coming from.
Upstairs.
Oh, it's coming
Upstairs.
from where they are.
Yeah.
So they're going back toward the sound.
Yep.
Do they look afraid?
Yes, very afraid.
Okay. And I realize that I can get out.
Yes.
I
I think they're hiding.
at this point, I don't know what's going on, but they're backing up. Clearly something is going on. I'm just going to try to pick the lock.
All right. Go ahead and make a lock picking check.
Now, what is that exactly? I have proficiency with thieves' tools, and I have Ugarth's thieves' tools. So
All
what
right.
check is that?
So I believe. So let me just let's do a little.
Is it like sleight of hand or something?
It's part of hand plus proficiency. Isn't it?
If you're proficient.
So it's a dexterity check.
The sleight of hand, right?
I don't know.
It's dexterity, sleight of hand, plus my proficiency bonus.
Yes, that's
Is that
correct.
it?
Yeah, it's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is my proficiency?
Come on. That's 14 plus 3, 17.
That's what you needed. So you open the door, and Wilfred is able to get out. Wilfred, you have been
Hey.
freed, and now it's your turn. Um,
And I think we still got some movement.
right.
So, I am just going to,
Yeah, that was what I was thinking about. We're bringing everyone.
You doing something?
I'm just gonna run past this guy.
All right. So you're gonna run
I
past
He
moved
him.
is
what?
sneezing.
Like, I moved like
5, 10,
10, I moved,
15.
so I've got what, 20 feet left?
Yeah, 20-ish. I put you at 20
So I
feet.
guess I can run up to him.
Yeah, you run up to him.
Does he still seem focused on me, or does he seem distracted as well by the,
He is
Thinking.
sneezing his heart out.
oh,
yeah.
good.
And so he is incapacitated at the moment.
Let's give him a little pat on the back. It'll get better, man.
All right, Wilfred, is now your turn.
So I step out the door. I try to see if I can see anything either direction.
So you see two mind flayers sort of go through a doorway, and as you look down the other way of the hall, you see a bunch of cells and a dwarf sneezing very voraciously.
I will tell Karrik, get Ugarth, and I just saw them leave or turn into a door
Mhm.
up the steps. So they're right on the inside, or are they like, have they had time to like get through before I can do anything?
They're still within sight.
There's how far away are they? The
I
distance?
would say like 35, maybe like 50 feet, 50, 60 feet away.
Okay. And the door is about like a 5 foot.
Yeah.
Is it like I just
Yeah.
can I cast flaming sphere inside that doorway?
Yes, you can.
Cool. So it's a 5 foot sphere of fire. And any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. And as a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet.
All right.
And I'm trying to. There's nothing about them moving into it, but I'm hoping I can make it so it blocks that doorway so they can't go through.
All right. So this sort of like disc of fire appears in the doorway and begins to sort of hover and sort of rotate and sort of the flame sort of licks the doorway and sort of scorches the doorway.
And can I just like ram it into one of them and keep it inside the doorway?
They're too far away, probably.
I thought you said they were within like 40 feet or 60 feet.
Yeah. Which doorway you're trying to put it in then?
The door that they were walking through.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
The dungeon with him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can certainly try. Yeah.
That's what their plan was.
Yeah.
It's all gone sideways anyway.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not entirely sure what's going on down there, but I may have like the entire like hallway like wrong, like how you're describing it.
Yeah.
So I thought they were like inside a doorway.
So they are heading back towards a doorway, but they are not in one right now. If that makes sense. They're in sort of an open dais.
Oh, they're in an open dais.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave that there then in that doorway
All right.
and move down the hallway.
All right. So
Which I cannot move because
5, 10, 15.
Towards everyone else.
Yeah. So you're sort of in. I'll say that you can. 25. I say you can get in front of Karrik, which you probably can't
Okay.
see right now.
Yeah, he's off the screen at the moment.
That didn't work at all.
Yeah, I'm just moving
Yeah.
south.
Yep.
Yeah, south.
All right, Gurthang, your turn.
I don't know if I have much to do
All right.
anymore. Right. I'll go down to the door and stick my head out and take a look, I guess.
All right. So you go down.
Out in the hallway. I guess maybe.
Yes, you go down
Grab
5, 10, 15.
Yeah, something like that. I'll
Um,
stick my head through. Why not?
Yep. And there's no one either way down the hall right now.
All right, then I'll stay in the hallway.
All right.
So we still got those two guys. So
Morgana will drop another guiding bolt at second level at the nearest one. That is a 19, which hits. And then that is 9, 10, 13, 16. Okay, all right. So it is almost dead, and that in next attack will have advantage on that creature. As she sort of sends this guiding bolt, sort of strikes the nearest Dragloth, sort of enveloped in sort of a halo of energy. It is now the Dragloth's turn. Now that their master is dead, they will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, fleeing away from you guys.
And moving into it as well.
Yep. And so that means more Constitution saving throws, right?
And they're at
So the one-
disadvantage now, aren't they?
They're
Yep.
disadvantaged both of them now.
All right, that's a natural one. So the first one fails, and then the second one is a 7.
That fails.
All right.
And they both take 25 points of damage.
All right. So
And
The-
their hit point maximum is halved now as well.
all right. And so the one that is running, so now one of them just collapsed on the ground and it sort of runs back into the halo of energy, and they are fleeing the scene. Aurelia will go 5, 5, 10, 15, and maybe make that one make a dexterity saving throw, which he fails.
advantage.
Yep.
Disadvantage on saving throws.
Yep. And then
I know. Why is it hounds itself?
I love it. That's why I was like
12, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. All right. So that one is almost dead as another bolt of electricity arcs forth and strikes this creature as he runs away. And it's Aurelia's turn. Now we are to Angvor's turn. Angvor, what are you doing?
I think this one's me. So I'm gonna go back out into the hallway as Gurthang. So if you could move me like out into the hallway.
Yep. So 5, 10-ish. So that's like 10, 15.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I'm gonna run down the hallway, seeing if there's nobody seeing this. Pretty much everything. The mind flares is gone. Nothing down the hallway. I'm gonna just kind of, as I pass Gurthang, we need to get everybody else. We've got a way out. We need to get everybody else, and just book it down the hallway.
All right, Karrik, your turn.
You're muted.
Just moved, dashed.
All right. Wilfred, all right, that's all you want to do, Karrik? All right. Wilfred, your turn.
Did those mind flayers move?
I guess. Oh yeah, they should have. So one of them casts a spell magic, and the flame sphere dissipates, and then they go through the door. Their movement, they go through the door.
Can I still see them?
No, the door closed behind them.
The door closed. Okay, then I just moved south.
All right. 50 feet. You dashing?
50 feet. Yep.
Right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So you're there. All right. Morgana is also going to go 5,
Dashing through
10,
the
15,
hall.
20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then Blast Dragloth will make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. That is a 11.
Oh, that fails. Its speed's reduced to 0 now.
Nice.
It will
Yeah.
die.
Awesome things. Another 18, 19, 21 points of damage.
All right. And that one dies off as Aurelia watches. Aurelia will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And she's out in the hall with you guys as well. Angvor, your turn.
Continuing down the hallway, 60 feet.
All right.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It's, they're small.
right.
I think that's about right, 60-ish.
All right, and I'll say as Aurelia, Morgana, and Gurthang arrive at sort of the end of the hall, and they sort of convene with Wilfred and Karrik, and you guys sort of as you guys sort of convene, finally rejoined after the fiasco of trying to break into the keep. I'll say that is where we end tonight's session.
Woo! Man,
So we're
that
right,
worked.
right on that initiative
Nothing happened.
round. So it's Ugarth's still locked up.
Yeah, Ugarth
Yeah.
is still locked up. Yeah,
And the guy we
Ugarth and
came in-
Strofgan are both
yeah.
still. We haven't gotten them out
Yeah.
yet.
And the
Those
other
are the
the
two.
other Durgar is still just sitting there sneezing.
yeah, that sneezes for an hour, right?
A minute.
A minute. Oh,
An hour would seem a
It's
little
only been
overpowered.
2 rounds, so like
yeah,
or like 3 rounds, so like 18 seconds.
yeah. You guys can convene before he finishes sneezing. I'll say that for sure.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's where we end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that could have gone a lot worse.
Well,
not
something
bad.
happened.
We've come in for a prison break, and right now we've gone from one person to break out to still needing 2 people to break out.
Hey,